Hello students, welcome to this new academic year. This is S. Jyoti and I am going to teach you environmental studies of 4th class. Okay, so all of you take out your 4th class EVS books, page number 44. The lesson name is Plants Around Us. Plants Around Us. So children, we see many plants in our surroundings. Yes. Are you all missing your school? Yes. In our school also we have many trees and plants. No? What trees are there? Tell me. Yes. There are the coconut trees, palm trees. Yes, tamarind tree, neem trees, flowering plants. Many trees and plants are there in our school also, no? What they give us? Yes, they give us fruits and flowers. So in this lesson we are going to learn about the plants. Do all plants and trees are same? No? Yes. So here on the page number 44, one picture is here given. We have to just see them. Okay. Now see in the first picture. What is looking here? Yes. What trees are here? Yes, these are the coconut trees which are very tall. Here are the plants. Why I am calling them plants? Because they are small in size. Yes. So these are the flowering plants. Okay. Next picture. What are here? Here also two types of plants. These are called what? Trees, because they are big in size. What are these? Yes, bottle gourd. Bottle gourd means what? Sorakaya. They are the plants. Here these bottle gourds are hanging. Why? That I will tell you later. Okay. Next picture. What are these? These are plants because they are small in size. No? Next picture. What are these? These are the bitter gourds. Do you all like bitter gourd? No. Why? Because they taste bitter. No. So here also these bitter gourds are hanging. No? Yes. Here in the next picture. What are these? Wow, they are the colorful flowers. Here are all these colorful flowers. Yes. They are called the show flowers, which we use for the decoration. In the next picture, what are here? Yes, these are the cauliflowers. What are these? Cauliflowers. They grow on the ground. Now tell me, by seeing this picture, what do you understand? Do all these trees and plants are same? No? Yes, because these trees and plants growing style is different. Their growing style is different. Some are very tall, some are short, some are very thin. Yes or no? Some here these vegetables are hanging. Why? Now for that we'll see deeply. For that you have to take page number 45. All of you take out page number 45. Let's see here. Have you seen the picture in the previous page? Yes, no children? In those pictures, some plants are very tall and some others are bushes. Some are creepers with tender stems. Write the names of the plants found in your surroundings. In your surroundings, what types of plants do you see, children? Yes, there are the many different types of plants. So in the previous page, we saw the different types of plants. In that, some are the bushes, some are there creepers, and some are the climbers. What are those? Let's see down, all of you. See here the plants like ridge gourd. Ridge gourd means birakaya. Bitter gourd. Bitter gourd means kakarkaya. Jasmine, mallepulu, which gives a nice smell, no? Yes, etc. have weak stems and usually grow on the trellis, trees, ground or with any other support. They are known as climbers or creepers. See, rich gourd, bottle gourd, jasmine, any other again ivy gourd. This type of plants or trees, they have very weak stems. They cannot stand themselves. So they need the support to grow. So that's why they are called the climbers or creepers. Okay, understood children? These climbers and creepers stems are very weak. That's why they need the support to grow. That's why they are called the climbers and creepers. Next, in plants like nerium, rose, etc., multiple stems arise from the base, from the ground only. These are called the shrubs. Okay, children. See, do you all know rose plant, nerium plant? They have the multiple stems which are arise from the base, from the ground only. Marigold also. So, they are called the shrub because they are small in size and they have the many stems. That's why they are called the shrubs. Next, the plants like tamarind. Tamarind means chintapandu, people tree, mango, etc. spread over a vast area. Vast means in big area. They are big in size. These are called trees. See here, tamarind tree, people tree, neem tree, mango tree, banyan tree, etc. These trees spread over a vast area. That's why they are called trees because they are very big in size. We get wood which is used to make the furniture from the long and thick trunk of these trees. Yes, these trees trunks are used to make furnitures and we are getting the wood from these trees. Now see here children, we have learnt about the climbers, creepers, shrubs and trees. Write examples each in the below table. Here they asked us to write 2 examples of each. 2 examples of climbers, 2 examples of creepers, 2 examples of shrubs and 2 examples of trees. So all of you write here. Now let's write the 2 examples of climbers. Climbers means which need support to climb. Okay? Climbers. What are the climbers? Yes. Ivy gourd. Ivy gourd is the example of climber. Ivy gourd means dandakaya. Next is B-O-T-T-L-E, bottle, G-O-U-R-D, gourd. Bottle gourd. Bottle gourd means what children? Yes, sorakaya. And 2 more examples are given here. See here, it is rich gourd and bitter gourd. Rich gourd means birakaya. Bitter gourd means kakarkaya. Okay. Then creepers. Creepers which are grow on the ground only. They do not climb. What are that? Yes. Cauliflower. Okay. cauliflower, cauliflower. cabage, cabbage. They grow on the ground. Next one is what? Shrubs. Shrubs means they have many stems. What are those? R-O-S-E, rose. Yes. Again, M-A-R-I-G-O-L-E, marigold. Okay. Next one, trees. Trees are very big in size and they spread over a vast area, in big area. They have many branches. What are that? Yes. P-E-E-P-A-L, people. Yes. M-A-N-G-O, mango. N-E-E-M, neem. These are the examples of trees. Banyan tree, tamarind tree. Okay, they are also in big size. They also spread over in vast area. Understood? Now take out all of you page number. Okay, before that we'll see parts of a plant. As a human being, we have many different parts of our body. Yes, children? What do we have? We have head, eyes, nose, neck, stomach, hands, fingers, legs, toes. Different parts we have. of our body. Like that, every plant also have the different parts. What are those that we have to see? We have climbers, creepers, shrubs and trees around us. Some of them give us flowers, some give wood and some others give us what? Fruits, etc. Do you know the parts of a plant? For that we have to see. See, from these some climbers or creepers, shrubs, trees, whatever they are, some of them give us flowers, some of them give us wood and some of them give us flowers. Understood? And some of them give us fruits also. So, but every plant has their own different parts. For that, all of you take out the page number 46. Now on page number 46, one picture is here given. What picture it is? It is a one plant, flower plant. Okay. So here what they have given, see the plant given in the picture. What are its parts? As per your observation, which parts of the plant are above of the soil and which are below the soil? Okay. Now let's see again picture. Here this is a plant and this is soil. They asked us which parts of the plant are above the soil, which parts of the plant are below the soil. Now first let's see what are the different parts of a plant. So this is all soil. What are these all you are looking here? Yes, these are what? Roots. What are these? Roots. Next, what is this? Yes, this is STEM, stem. Next, what are these? These are leaves. LEAVES, leaves. Next, FLOWERS, flowers. Okay. Now, we all have seen that different parts of a plant. Which are under the soil. What are here below the soil? Yes, roots. And above the soil, what are here? Stem, leaves and flower. These three parts of a plant are above the soil and under the soil what is there? Roots. Now understood children? So here the below the soil roots are there and above the soil the different parts which are stem, leaves and flowers are above the soil. Now see here. Generally plants have roots, stem, leaves, flowers and fruits. Among these, roots are below the soil. Yes, these roots are below the soil. Stem, leaves, flowers are above the soil. The remaining parts like stem, leaves, flowers are above the soil. Now that you have identified the parts of a plant, let's learn how each part is useful to the plant. In our human body also we have the different parts. Just now I told you every part of our body is useful to us in different ways. Now tell me, our eyes helps us to what? Yes, they help us to see. Nose help us to smell. Hands help us to write and do the works. Legs help us to walk, play and run and stand. Tongue help us to, yes, to talk. Like that, here each part of the plant is useful in one way or in another way. So let's see first the roots. We are going to learn about the roots. You have already learned that plants have roots. Each one of you collect paddy, jowar, chili and cotton plants with roots. Understood children? These different types of plants you have to collect. What are that? Paddy, jowar, chili and cotton plants with roots. But now you cannot go out of the house. So just listen here. Observe them and draw diagrams. Have you noticed the differences in roots of these plants? What are the differences? Here see, they have told us to collect the 4 types of plants here: paddy, jowar, chili and cotton plants. Why they asked us to collect it from the roots? Yes, because each of them the roots are different. All these roots are same? Do they look same? No. Some roots are very weak and very thin in size. Some roots are very strong. That's why they told us to collect here. Okay. Now come to the page number 47. See on the page number 47, one picture is here given. What picture it is? Which tree it is? It is a neem tree. It is a neem tree. Let's learn about the roots. See here. Hemant wondered how the roots of the neem tree in his backyard reached the wall of his house. See, these neem tree leaves are reached in the backyard of his wall house. Understood? So, because these neem tree leaves are very strong and they spread in the big area. So, these roots are reached in the walls of his house. He got some doubts. Do you have any doubts? Discuss your doubts with your friends. See here. Root is a part of the plant that grows beneath the soil. Do you know how the roots are useful? See how our parts of our body parts are helpful to us. Here also each and every part of a plant helpful to the plant. So in what way these roots are useful to a plant or a tree? Just like the foundation gives support to the house, the roots in the soil give support to the plant to stand erect. See here, these roots are. So the roots of a plant are very useful to them, which help them to stand erect because they are the base of the plant or a tree. So plants absorb water and nutrients through the roots. See, when we water the plants, these roots absorb the water and they spread over in the plant, which are observed by the stem, leaves and flowers. So roots are very important in the plant. They absorb the water and they support to the plant to stand erect. Understood, children? So roots are very important in the plants and they are the very main part of the plant. Next comes to the stem. Stem is the part of the plant that grows over the soil, means above the soil. The stem gives rise to the branches and other parts like leaves, fruits and flowers. Is the stem similar in all the plants? For that, come to the picture here. See this picture. It is a neem tree. These leaves are, stems are, this is a stem of a tree and these are the branches. It has many branches. These branches again, they came into the stem gives rise to the branches, here as many branches to a tree and other parts like leaves, fruits and flowers also. So here we understood that each and every plant or tree is not same. Is the stem similar in all the trees and plants? No. Every tree is different. Every plant is a different. Now see children down. Here one table is given. Observe the plants in your surroundings. How are their stems? Record your observations in the given table. Put a tick in the appropriate column. Here they have given the observation, the trees which are the plants which are in your surroundings. You have to observe and write. Just take 4 examples. If you have those trees or plants in front of your area or nearby your surroundings, don't go anywhere. Just you have to observe and write. Plant or name. You have to write which plant you have observed. Their stems are soft or hard. Some stems are very hard, some are very soft. Then stems are very thin or thick. Whether they have bark, thorns, mundu unnaya. Next, color, stem of the color. If they have this very soft stem, they are little green in color. So like that you have to observe that whether they have bark, thorns or color. Next, whether it is climber or creeper, bushes or trees. These 3-4 examples you have to take and you have to fill this table. Okay. Next, you might have observed 4 or 5 plants in your surroundings. What did you learn from these details? Your friends might have collected information. Discuss in groups with your friends. Understood? This thing we are not going to do because you are at home. You cannot come to school. Understood? So, leave it. Come to the next page number 40. So, after that observation, here we know about the stems of all the plants are not similar because some are very thin, some are very thick, some are very weak, some are very hard and soft. So, stems of some plants have thorns. Thorns means mundu. And some plants have bark. You know bark? The skin of the stem. When we pick it out, the dried ones which comes in our hand, it is called bark. In Telugu it is called beradu. Okay. Stems of some plants are soft and some are rough. In some plants, stem gives strength to the plant to stand straight. Some stems transport or conducts water and nutrients absorbed by the roots to all the parts of the plant. So, the stems of a plant help tree or plant to stand erect or straight. Here, like neem tree, peepal tree, tamarind tree or many other trees, stems are very strong which support the trees to stand straight. But some tree or some plant stems are very weak, they are very soft, that's why they cannot stand themselves, they need the support. What are those? Climbers and creepers, that's why they take the support of other things. Here, the stems absorb the water and nutrients by the roots and to all the parts of the plant. From the roots they absorb the water and supports the tree to stand. Next, leaves, flowers and fruits. Till now we learnt about the roots and the stems. Next parts, the plants, leaves, next flowers and fruits. You know that apart from roots and stems, a plant has leaves, flowers and fruits also. Do all leaves have same shape, color and size? Think how are they useful to the plant? How they are useful to the plant? Okay, so these leaves are just you observe in your surroundings, just 3-4 trees or plants, just you take and their leaves you have to observe whether they have the same shape, same color, you have to observe. By that you will understand that each and every plant has a different shape leaf. Understood? And leaves are green in color due to the presence of a substance called chlorophyll. Okay. So leaves are green in color. All the trees and plants leaves are in green in color due to the presence. The one substance which is present in the leaves is called chlorophyll, means Harita Kanal. That chlorophyll is present in the leaves, that's why they are green in color. Food is prepared in the leaves of the plant. See children, how the leaves are very useful to the plant. Leaves are prepared food for the plant. So, the plants which have more leaves prepare more food. See children here, if any plant has more leaves, they prepare more food. Hence, we should not pluck the leaves. So, we should not pluck the leaves. A plant does not grow well if we pluck its leaves. See, if we pluck the leaves of a plant, it does not grow well. They are very useful in preparing the food. Understood? Sun gives us light energy. This energy is absorbed by the leaves to prepare the food. See here, sunlight also is very useful to prepare the food, which is absorbed by the leaves. Sunlight means this energy which the plant is getting from the sun. That energy, that light energy is absorbed by the leaves, and they prepare the food for the plant. This is stored in seeds, fruits and tubers, etc. That leaves store in the seeds, fruits and tubers. The animals and human beings get energy by taking the food produced by the plants. So when these leaves are observe the sunlight, they store that energy in the seeds, in the fruits and in the tubers, which we eat. Yes or no? Then after that, ripe we eat fruits, we eat vegetables. But who are helped to prepare that food? Yes, leaves, and which are very useful for the animals and the human beings to get energy by taking the food produced by the plants. So here we understood from where we are getting the food, from the plants. So understood, children? Okay.